Hey guys, this is SonyQrio's, and this is my second video work log on my unnamed portable GameCube. So if you take a look at the motherboard, the first thing you'll notice is that I've wired up my wiki. And that is one of the things I've done, but I'll get to that in a second. Here you can see I've wired up, or hardwired in, a 56 block GameCube memory card. So this will be kind of a backup memory card in case I don't have my SD Gecko, which is what I'm going to be wiring into memory card slot A in at the moment. And I'm going to be having it removable, so I'll have an SD card slot on the outside of my portable. So other than the memory cards, another major change I've made is my custom regulator. So the two capacitors here go to the PTRO08100W, which supplies 1.9 volts, and the other capacitor goes to the PTH08080W, which supplies 3.3 volts. Now, what the purpose of that custom regulator is to completely bypass this onboard regulator, because this is a revision C board. As some of you who've been following my progress might know, is that I fried this onboard regulator. I think I fried this chip right here. I'm not quite sure, but my onboard regulator doesn't work anymore. So, which is a good thing. It motivated me to not take the easy way out by getting more voltage batteries and by actually putting some effort into wiring up a custom regulator. Now, there weren't many tutorials on actually how to wire this up. However, Zenlock did link me to a nice diagram showing how to wire the individual voltages to the motherboard. So thank you, Zenlock. So if you flip the motherboard over, you can see the 3.3 volts going to the CPU, which is the yellow lead, and the 1.9 volts going to the GPU, and those are diodes. So I wired up the individual voltages to the diodes under the corresponding chip, and magically it worked. So that's a good thing. Alright, so now that I've kind of explained the majority of the things that I've changed on my motherboard, I'll get to perhaps the most exciting part, which is the wiki. My new Haven breakout board came in yesterday, so I wired this up last night but was having a little bit of trouble getting it working. Now the reason that it wasn't working was not because that I had wired it wrong, but it was simply because I didn't have anything in the SD card slot, which is kind of funny. Firmware 1.0 is picky because that's what the wikis ship out with. But now I've updated it to firmware version 1.5, and all's well as ends well. So, there's nothing that special about the wiki. Here it is. It's pretty small. It was a lot smaller than I thought it'd be. And I did say I was going to be wiring to the FFC cable, but it's way too small. I didn't realize how small it was. Like, compared to my pinky finger, you know, it's about the width of my pinky finger, so that's really small. And I would not suggest wiring to it because there are like 36 or 32 pins on this FFC cable, so not a good idea to solder to it. So other than that, goes out to my SD card, which I have here. It is a micro SD to SD card adapter, so I'll be proving that these do work here in a few seconds. So there's my little 3.5 inch screen over there. It's just too much of a hassle to kind of wire that up, and I have a mess of alligator clips and I don't have any to spare to wire the screen up, so I've just jumped over to my TV over here, which is what I'll be demonstrating everything on. So GameCube motherboard looks good, and this jumble of alligator clips looks good, and so I'm still using the original power supply. So let's go ahead and boot it up. So as you can see, this does work. I have 12 volts wired to my preamp, so audio is working, and of course the custom regulator is working, and you don't have anything plugged into the onboard regulator. So that's good. Now, moving on to more important things, the wiki. Now with this, this is my normally closed switch for the eject button, and so if we scroll up to gameplay, you'll notice that it'll be toggling in between reading disk and insert disk. So how we fix that is we unplug this and then plug it back in again, and it magically gives us GameCube Linux, which is the wiki ISO file, the bootable file on the wiki. So we go ahead and press start, and it takes us to the wiki menu. Now, since this is obviously a cathode ray tube and not an LCD, it is kind of glary and has lines on it, but that's just because of cathode ray tubes and cameras. So you have Super Mario Sunshine, Super Smash Brothers, Melee, and The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess. I don't have time to show all of them, but I'll show Super Smash Brothers because that is like one of the most generic games. So press A, restarts the GameCube, gives you the GameCube boot, and we're in Super Smash Brothers. So it's just telling me I have no memory card in slot A, and obviously it's right. So press A and then continue without saving. Okay. Now I know it's a little bit hard to tell, but there's absolutely no lag as far as I've seen. This chip is 100% completely awesome, and you have zero lag as far as I've seen. So, great mod chip. So it's reading off my SD card, and the frame rate on my camera isn't good enough to see this blinking, but this is blinking. Yeah. There, you can kind of see it now. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that means it's reading from the SD card. But yeah, so yeah, we'll just do some regular thing. That was the C stick. I don't know why it does that, but whatever. Okay. Samus. It's a little hard one-handed, but yeah. Okay. So yeah, that is Super Smash Brothers, and as you can see, it 100% works on my GameCube with my wiki, which is pretty strong. So I'll go ahead and show you one more game, and so we have to go through the same process. It'll be a lot easier actually having a switch here and having to deal with an alligator clip, but whatever. So let's do Twilight Princess, because that's another cool game. A game that I had for Wii, but so kind of cool that it's on GameCube. So it works flawlessly. So yeah. I'll just kind of do this as fast as I can. So, yep. Works perfectly, no lag. So, pretty good. Yep. So this has kind of been a long work log, but I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I will have more progress coming. So, thanks for watching.